just getting myself ready. I am very tired. But it's story time today. Really just getting my brain in gear. 3 o'clock crept up on me again, but hey, my bot appears to be tweeting again, so that appears to be alerting people again, so that's good. We do like it when things alert correctly. Yeah, just getting my brain in gear, and I will be with you shortly. Don't know what it is, well, no, I know exactly what it is. I've done a lot of peopling this week, interviewing for things, and I hit a wall. I'm tired. But on the other hand, I love streaming, and it always energizes me to do these, so that's why we're doing them. Though I do keep forgetting to hydrate. I am a bad human. I have lovely tasty tea as well. So, right, let's get the game loaded up. Yep, we're good. I'm here. Yeah, right. Game. Peaky Urban Fiction Factory games. I like Fiction Factory games. They are very nice. I'm very excited that they're announcing a third game soon. I don't know whether it will make it to consoles because their engine is apparently custom built, which makes it hard to port. But we will try and play on Steam if it's not, just because, you know. But we'll finish these two first. These two being the Arcade Spirits duology. Though there may be more planned, just at the moment. There's only 2 out on Xbox. So, last week we finished level 6, which saw some sad things happening, which I wasn't expecting. The lady that owned the arcade that we joined sadly died, and her inheritors? I know what I'm trying to say. Her relatives, but the people that inherited her estate, sold to the Deco Palace, who then proceeded to fire everybody, but offered us a job, which was like, no, screw you. So we threw that in his face, and then we were really depressed, and all of our irises conspired, well, all of them, Juniper, mine, and Gavin's irises conspired to try and help, which is really sweet. So they staged an intervention plus wake, which turned also into a, hey, why don't we start our own business? So, level 7, which, new game plus, well that makes sense. Though I'm very, very alarmed by kill screen on level 8. There's a lot of room, there's a lot of playthroughs to do things in this. Yeah, so level 7 starts with us starting up this barcade in which we've enlisted our friends' expertise and money. Oh, do we have volume? Not yet. Level 7, new game plus. I've been knocking my mic again. It's wonky. Okay. Whew. It is the distant future year 20XX. And for the first time, I'm entirely in control of my destiny. I'm no longer working in an arcade, now I'm working on my future. Which admittedly still involves working in an arcade, but still, my future! I'll admit, it feels weird. I've grown so used to going with the flow, letting life batter and bruise me, that having a true and honest hand on the controls is a bit terrifying. Yeah, it's certainly not something that I would do. I've technically run my own business in that I had a company, but I only employed myself. And that was stressful enough. Without thinking about, you know, employing other people. I want to be employed by someone that knows what they're doing. I'm not a business brain. But Arcade appears to have a business brain. So, in the context of this next 2.5, 3 hours, you know, we're running a business. Everyone's counting on me to keep the flames of Miss Francine's Funplex alive as we move into the era of arcade spirits. Of course, we're going to name the barcade after the game. Also, literally, because it's a barcade, it fits perfectly. And well, super anxious. Want this to be perfect. I'll make it so. It's going to be fine. Fine, it has to be. I'm going to go, honestly, I'm super anxious. I'm nervous. Who wouldn't be? Because, you know, that is our main trait, is empathetic. Oh, guess what we've got to do? In the stress of having lots of issues this week, I completely forgot to look up the first VOD and find out exactly what these little symbol things are. Maybe for the final level we'll go back and look it up. I mean, we could literally look right now. Aha! Ah! I found it! Sorry. Also, I went into a pause menu. Okay, right. Okay, so the smiley face is quirky, which I always interpreted as funny, but yeah, that'll work. The balanced one is called steady. The empathy one is kindly. The star is gutsy. And the little space invader is basically. There we go. And there's a wonderful pause of me. I wanted to take a screenshot of that. So there we go. That's the answer to that question. So we are kindly and gutsy with a little bit of basically. Well, with a lot of basically. We were a lot basically before. We are not so much quirky and steady. We are trying to be kindly and gutsy, which, to be fair, sums me up. It really does. I am a weird combination of these things. Yeah, but we are getting there with our friendships. Hopefully we'll get some more time to build stuff up. And then... So yeah, no stream next weekend, but we'll pick up the final level the weekend after. And then be able to import our save into the new challenges. Arcade Spirits TNC. And restart that one just with the save game import. Just because, you know, it was fine that I remembered kind of what was going on at the beginning of this, but the fact that I wanted to be able to import the thing, I want to be able to import the save game and see what makes the difference in the chapter 1, and then continue playing. But I think because there's been too big a gap, it'll just be easier. Oh, thank you for the resub. 33 months, blimey. And that means it's like nearly anniversary time again, and 3 months it will be. My 13 years on Xbox is next Sunday. It's a shame we're not streaming, but I'm going to go see my grandpa, which is much more important. And, you know, anniversary of my first achievement isn't kind of a stream anniversary thing, really. But we will be celebrating either 6 years of streaming or 3 years on Twitch, or possibly both, in a month or so. So yeah, but anyway, now we've looked up what those things mean, and we have a quick screenshot as well. So, I'm nervous. Who wouldn't be? There's so much riding on the success of Arcade Spirits, not just a paycheck, but the hopes and dreams of all my friends. I keep waiting for the universe to wake up and notice that I'm on a roll. If fickle fate could take away the fun plagues, what could it do to Arcade Spirits? I know that's hardly a constructive attitude to have, but anxiety is rarely a logical thing. You can know the truth while your nerves tell you something else entirely. Now that all that's left is to get through opening day without incident. It is easier said than done, maybe? I arrived early that morning to go over any last-minute preparations and make sure everything's in order. Plus, Juniper was sick of watching me pace back and forth at home after breakfast, so she lovingly shoved me out the apartment and told me to be productive. So this is going to be at least several months later. I mean, it takes a while to set up a business and get a building and permit and finances and... You know, even an imaginary American state, I'm sure it takes plenty of time, but hopefully we've managed to source some good arcade machines. The bar is well stocked, and hopefully we did some cool branding. But yeah, we've gone for a barcade with a focus on esports and a specialization in streaming, which I thought fit quite well. So yeah, now I stood in awe of the building, the dream I poured my heart and soul into. I still barely believed it myself. This time it is, I am tired. It's not the game. The game is lovely. I am just really exhausted. I basically spent all morning in bed, and then I was like, I need to eat. And then suddenly it was, oh, it's 3 o'clock. It's always then 3 o'clock, and then it's nearly the end of the weekend, and it's just like, I need it to be more weekend. I need more weekend because I am tired. But on the other hand, on Thursday, I'm heading off to see my grandpa, and there'll be lots of time to relax, hopefully. Not stressing out about job hunt. If I can take a few days off from that, that would be great. But we'll have to see. Anyway, I paused a moment to let the reality finally hit me and then stepped into my destiny. Ooh. It kind of looks like the Funplex. Except for the pink square at the top. The rest of it sort of looks like the Funplex. It's even got Mr. Moopy. Oh, that's like a really cool... okay. It's not quite like the Funplex. There's a different floor. There's a passageway off at the back. But yeah, similar design. But then, you know, why not reuse stuff? And they were trying to homage anyway. Pushing open the doors to Arcade Spirits, I was greeted by relative peace and quiet, just beeps and boops, and people moving about doing last-minute preparations. We travelled along an arduous road ever since the great weekend conspiracy. Teo's at the top of Showtime's something or other stage studio. I like that they've got that big scoreboard thing. It's very cool. Gavin's secured us a great rental space, an abandoned pizza place with that all too familiar triangle roof. No one else wanted it, but we didn't care about the funny shape. Quick, it's in our favour. Yeah, I'm assuming it's an American thing, unless it's something like Pizza Hut, but then... Pizza Hut. That wasn't a quirky shape. Maybe it's an American thing. Anyway. Quirk is in our favour, and I really couldn't have done all the renovations this place needed without the help of our financial benefactor. Ben and Matt went in on us on the cost of renovating this space to include the bar they wanted to run. I doubt we could have done this without their backing and advice. Percy would fund it if we made it a pure arcade, and the guy that I can't remember his name right now. The guy that sources the arcade machines would run it if we did a whole restaurant thing. But I liked the idea of a barcade. Basically, there were 9 different options of which we could pick 3 in groups of 3. So there's various different combinations you could end up with. And I will try some of those different ones when going for different runs. But for now, this is our choice. This is Arcade Spirits. This is our barcade with an esports focus, festive discomfort, and streaming gear, hopefully. Built-in custom. So that's really cool. Went with the familiar layout, if it ain't broke, and all that to show that we've still got the spirit and passion that made the Funplex great. Good. Well, it also means you can reuse textures. But it's not all carbon copy. We've got a few new additions that even Francine would be proud of. The video wall, there we go, is a nice touch. That was my idea. It alternates between running music videos, game promos, and high-scored leaderboards. Yes, I saw that. We also repainted and did a general update on all the appliances and fixtures to give it a more finished feel, and less of a retired pizza place turned arcade vibe. It is Showtime Stage. And it's got the little logo. I love the little logo. Teo and Queen Bee worked together to pick out a few key games that appeal to the esports community. We've got fighting games, racing games, shooting games, dancing games. You want head-to-head action? We got it! Granted, we still have a decent selection of other stuff too, so all tastes are catered to, but Queen Bee's confident this will pull in the fighting game community as well as the MOBA community. And I still have no idea what a MOBA is, aside from Fist of Discomfort like, but Queen Bee assures me it's hot shit right now. Massively online battle arena, I believe. I just remember MO is generally massively online. I'm assuming BA is Battle Arena. If it's not, then, well, you know, so see me. I play indie games. I don't do the esports stuff. Though I did see a very funny TikTok with Fortnite-themed TikTok just last night. So, yeah. Anyway, as for Queen Bee's experimental advanced streamer support, well, I'm unsure how this will pan out, but she's confident in it, and such confidence is contagious. And at the very least, it benefits her, and she's got a following, you know. She's invited a few big-name streamers to drop in on opening day, then broadcast from our makeshift little studio. That'll build up some buzz for the arcade far and wide. All of my decisions, all of my choices made this. All of my decisions, all of my choices made this, made Arcade Spirits what it is. So much labour and love went into the project from all of us, and now all that's left is to officially open these doors. But before that fateful hour begins, I still want to do one last check on operations just in case. Stocking up a bar and arcade at the same time proved trickier. Fortunately, Ben and Matt were more than happy to direct the team tending the bartenders, if you will.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mixed business partner. Or would you prefer simply Ari? Ari works fine. How's the bar? Stocked with all the fixings for any number of fancy cocktails. And a few basic drafts on tap, of course. Honestly, Matt, you need to enrich your taste buds with a mixed drink or two. Nothing wrong with a pint of ale. A pint or two of ale, Ben.
Everything's coming up roses.
Anyway, we'll all be set for the opening. We'll be overseeing the bar for opening day. After that, we leave you in the capable hands of our bartenders, good people all. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the update. Running a barcade takes a lot of work. Glad we could divide the labour between us. After my quick check-in, I noticed the clock. Its unforgiving hands telling me that it's not long now. Okay. Breathe, Ari. Calm down. Everything's clearly under control. No need to freak out. You're just mistaking excitement for terror. This is exciting. It's a happy day. The first day of Arcade Spirits. You can do this. You can do this. No, with all of us working together, we can do this. As long as no unforeseen problems pop up. Guess who? And that's when someone stuck up behind me covering my eyes. Is it Ashley? Guess again. Is it former President William Henry Harrison, who only held office for 31 days before dying of pneumonia? Not quite. Hi, Juniper.
Nice.
Good for you. Decided to take a break from all the indie contracts I'm hammering away on so I could drop by for the opening ceremony and wish you luck. You know, you've got a lot of people out there waiting to get in. Are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be. I hope she did at least some work with us. I know we couldn't afford to do the whole, branding package, but still hope that we have a cute... Well, we do have the cute little... But I think that was Naomi's. Anyway. I just realised I put Dory time with Joe instead of story time with Joe. That's really great. The S is next to the D. I was doing this at the last minute. Oh well. It's not like it's the end of the world. Ready as I'll ever be. I'm proud of you, Ari. Seriously, you've come a long way from that sad sack who just shuffled from job to job. You've really built something amazing here. Good to hear, considering my nerves have been twitching all day. Having an outside perspective helps me keep things, well, in perspective. Thanks, it was a team effort. Really couldn't have done it all this by myself.
Definitely.
I'm glad you've got such great friends to help you make this work. I mean, otherwise this place would be a total dump, am I right? What's... You know, because you're kind of a slob. Yeah. I mean, how often do I have to go picking your underwear and socks that you just sort of toss all over the place? Hey, now I know I'm not perfect, but Juniper's really laying it on thick. I can hear the sting right in my unwashed hoodie. But seriously. I'm not much better at tossing your laundry. That's the quirky one. Gutsy. Okay, so I'm a bit slovenly, so what? Or basic, how about I clean the bathroom and apology? Well, damned if I'm going to clean the bathroom, so what? Hey, I got a lot going on, you know, and I miss the hamper every now and then. It's no big deal, right? It's just the two of us. We're not hosting fancy parties or anything. I mean, that's kind of inconsiderate as a flatmate, but certainly not going to offer to clean the bathroom. Or insult her.
Come on.
If we wanted to host a party, fancy or otherwise, it'd take 6 weeks with a machete to clear cut the mess in our place.
Come on.
And don't even get me started on the dirty dishes everywhere, plates crusted over with leftover dinner residue. Ew! It's going from good-natured roommate ribbing to uncomfortable very quickly. I'm just saying it's my space too, you know. You could pick up after yourself more, not rely on me to do all the cleaning around the place. Okay, I'm really sorry, Juniper. Juniper, how many years have we been living together? I don't know, a few. Why? So why is this only coming up now?
Because until recently, I've had my hands full just trying to keep you from collapsing. Remember that week you spent mired in depression after losing the Funplex? Or the years before you found the Funplex and were drifting aimlessly?
Hey, Nikki.
But now you've found your dream, and this one isn't going to be taken away. So it's time to really step up and adult like an adult. Not just an adult, but a business owner, a manager. You're responsible for so much more than you were before. And how you take care of yourself reflects on all of that.
Okay. I need an adult. Wait, I am an adult. I need an adultier adult.
I mean, you're still wearing that ratty old hoodie. Look at Gavin. He's got a nice suit.
Great, I like my hoodie. There's a rip in his pants. It's been there for ages.
Yeah, well, it's still way classier than the way you dress. My point is, you need to step up your game.
But it's
Seriously.
comfy. It's comfy. I tried suits and shirts, and they make my skin hurt. Can't help but feel a little ambushed here. It's not like she's wrong, but this is really, really weird timing. I get that you're trying to help, but this really isn't the right time. Why didn't you tell me this before? I want to be open and honest with you. So, pick up my laundry, dress nicer, got it, can do. I'm going to go with why didn't you tell me this before? I mean, even if I was depressed, you know, it would have been a bit of a kick in the ass. Juniper, if you felt unhappy, why didn't you tell me before? We've got an open and honest relationship, right? We communicate. All you had to do was tell me. Except that, yeah, usually it's the I have been telling you, you just haven't been listening type situation, and this is why I don't live with people. Not that my place is actually a mess, despite me constantly apologizing for the mess. Because it's not a mess. There is some dust. And currently my bathroom is full of cleaning products. Because my attempt was to deep clean the bathroom, which I have done like 10% off and just left the cleaning products everywhere. And then I dropped floor cleaner on the floor on my carpet, which is not where it was supposed to be. And then I stepped in it, so I got a wet sock. So we're doing really well at doing the adulting. But yes, no, my place is fine. But I prefer to not be if I'm the one making the mess, I prefer to sort that out. It's when other people make a mess in a place that I'm sharing that I then feel like Juniper. So I'm definitely on Juniper's side here, if it wasn't clear. I'm constantly reminding you to do things around the apartment, around our home. Fine, I shouldn't have dumped all this on you today, but you're busy. You've got things to do, but come on. We share the same space now, more than ever before. You need to be more mindful of... Oh, never mind. We'll talk later, tonight, after you've done all your arcade things. Yes, well, me, Joe, is going to stress about that, because we don't want to have upset our roommate, who is totally us. We are the roommate in this situation. So we need to figure out how to fix this. Ari, hopefully, will not stress about this, because we need to concentrate on this business. Juniper. And she's gone. Honestly, none of that should come as a surprise. Haven't exactly been roommate of the year. I always had the excuse of being busy trying to pull my life together, but she's right. I need to step up. I'm going to be a friend, a good friend. I need to respect her space. I need to respect myself. I need to... Oh, there's so much I need to do. I hate leaving this stewing, but well, can't handle this right now, and as much as I want to stop everything and sort through this mess, I've got a job to do today. There will be time to patch things up with Juniper later, presumably. I need to at least try to put this turmoil behind me so I can focus on the first day of Arcade Spirits with a smile. Despite reading from that incident just now, despite my nerves, I'm ready to do this, because I have to be ready. No choice. Got big plans for the opening ceremony. I'm going to open the doors, give my prepared speech to the gathered masses, and stay on hand to greet gamers as they enter. Stepping to the forefront, I grasp the door handles and throw the gates to Arcade Spirits wide. I'm going to go with Behold Gamers. Behold Gamers, I give you Arcade Spirits. Behold, I give you... Whoa. I didn't even have time to finish one line of my big dramatic speech. The crowd spills through the doors and runs right past me, eager to get to the games. Immediately the arcade fills with the sounds of beeps and boops, games starting up and people laughing with delight as they find their favourites. Because yeah, if the Deku Palace is basically just playing everything for tickets and scrapping everything else, and there aren't that many arcades that are left, you know, people that want to play on these games, it's going to be in demand. It's a good business model. Well, there goes my entire opening ceremony plans out the window. I had all sorts of stuff planned, but, you know, if folks just want to go to gaming, who am I to argue? After a few minutes of final checks around the place, I decide to move into Phase 2, meet and greets around the arcade. I walk the arcade like I did in my floor attendant days, talking with folks and making sure everything's running smoothly. Arcade Spirits is my domain, open to my exploration. Where should I visit first? Okay, so Gavin and Percy are hanging out at the bar. That's great, but we're not doing a boy run. Naomi's fixing Teo's dance game, which seems to have crashed. And Queen Bee and Ashley are talking with some arcade newbie. Okay, so assuming we get to do 2 of the 3, let's go talk to Naomi first. Most of the time I'm drawn to Showtime stage because of the flashing lights and the hit beat, not because it's completely silent, no music at all. As I approach, I see Naomi feverishly working to fix it. Seeing the whole thing without tune sync to its flashy lighting rig going is kind of depressing. Listening to Naomi mutter as she works, undoubtedly she feels the same way.
Oh.
This was working fine earlier, why isn't it working now? Fortunately, Teo is proving surprisingly knowledgeable about the inner workings of his favourite game. You may need to re-image the hard drive. I know some grey area websites where we can get a replacement copy of the files if needed. This is the 3rd release of Showtime Stage's software, right? Those are easier to come by than the more modern 4th version, oddly enough. Files aren't the problem. I think the hard drive itself was damaged in shipping, and if so, well, you might not be able to dance at all today. I'll have to order a new part. Sorry, there were just so many games to get up and running, and I must have missed this ticking time bomb of a hardware failure.
No problem.
Hey, it's cool. I don't need to get my groove on all the time. Showtime Stage is one of our flagship games. It's flashy, it's exciting, and Teo's moves bring the crowd in. Getting it working for opening day is a priority. Okay, so Gutsy. Any sources? Naomi, can we pull a hard drive from a different game and reformat it? Which is the balanced approach? I forgot what it is already. Steady approach. Okay. So Gutsy, steady, or basic? We totally didn't look it up, but we did look it up during the beginning of the game, and we have a screenshot now. I feel like Tea's probably got sources. I'm just gonna drop a save. Not that I'm gonna particularly go back and load up here, but can we pull a hard drive from a different game and reformat it? Or sourcing. This fits in with our personality profile more, despite me wanting to go with the Naomi option. If you know where we can get the files discreetly, what about the physical drive tear? Do you know where we could, you know, pilfer one? As a Showtime stage community manager, of course, I cannot advocate third-party mods in official Showtime stage hardware. But I could probably hook you up with a few friends in town who develop their homebrew replacement hardware. Bet I could wrangle up something that'll keep us rolling for a few days while Naomi orders a true replacement part from corporate HQ in Japan.
Yeah!
That'll work. I bet I could doctor it to look official too, just in case. I'll make some calls. You can count on me. We'll have this running in an hour or two. Interesting. So, yeah. I just feel like it goes with our personality profile. Plus, you know, I like Teo. Take a bit of time, but we'll get our stage back in working order. Great. Maybe we'll get through opening day without any major problems aside from this. Uh-oh. Before I go, I spot a gamer who's been watching, super curious about what's going on. I swear I've seen this guy before, maybe in a crowd or something. No, we saw him at the Deku Palace, because they all bloody looked the same. Hey, is Showtime stage really hosed? For now, yes, but we'll have it fixed up as soon as we can. Oh man, I wanted to have got my groove on, that's a bummer. You know, I might know a guy who knows a guy who can get you a replacement super cheap. Or like any game you want, anything, as long as, you know, don't ask too many questions. Thanks for your generous offer, but we're fine. No reason to be mean or lampshade what's likely meant as an open invitation to do some crimes. I mean, we are gay, be gay do crimes. But yeah, we want a temporary part while we order an official replacement. You know, but we want it to all be official. I'm happy to see your enthusiasm for arcade spirits, but I think we can handle this. Sorry you can't play your favourite game right now, but it'll be fixed soon. Gamer shrugs it off, not too offended. It's cool, figured I'd offer. Dig this place, it's got a little bit of everything I like. Especially all the sweet PvP and esports stuff you've got. Kicking ass and taking names is my jam. I'll just come back later to wow all the ladies with my hot style. Later? That was odd. But as he fades back into the crowd, I decide to move on. Where should I visit next? Queen Bee and Ashley are talking with some arcade newbie. Near the centre of the arcade, Ashley's showing off her new cosplay to Queen Bee. You've got the little logo in the bow. Did you make yourself into a little arcade alien? Oh, you're so cute. Wow, just wow. She's been keeping it a total surprise from all of us, working on it in secret. Impressive stuff. Seems to have attracted the attention of a brand new customer at least.
Oh, hey.
Hey, look kid. A real life, in the wild newbie.
Hiya!
Welcome to Arcade Spirits. We're so happy to have you join us for opening day. Thank you. Child, yes, you, young one, tell Ari here what you told us. That I've never used a joystick before in my life. I mean, I've mostly been to Deku's Palace or played games on my phone. Touchscreens and stuff, that's all. Never really been much of a gamer, but all my friends are here today, so I was figuring I might try one out.
Whoa.
Never once played on a joystick, can you believe it? Yes, we've all been there, no point in faulting them for it now. Aw, but that's too cute. To be young and innocent again. Don't worry at all, Arcade Spirits is the right place to learn. We are a friendly, inviting sort of arcade. No mad skills required. Here, it's all about having fun. Oh, yes, and you know what's super fun? Learning how to play Fist of Discomfort. Trust me. Want to go a few rounds? I'll even spot you some tokens. Seeing Queen Bee's con, Ashley quickly tries to offer something else.
Nah.
You could join me for a round or two of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nothing like a friendly cooperative brawler game to ease you into things.
Nope. no way.
Best way to learn is to jump headfirst into the deep end. I say no regrets, just mashing buttons and moving that joystick. When you're starting with the hottest title, you've got a built-in community to learn from, right at your fingertips. But turtles? Turtles who are ninjas? Looks like I might need to jump in and persuade this kid to choose a game. They look like a deer trapped in the headlights. Stuck in the crossfire. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for, yeah, if you've not played with joysticks before, I feel like Queen Bee's being a wee bit... I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think... I don't know. Why am I feeling that... It's because someone said con. That's why. I feel like he's likely to be more disheartened by getting beat by Queen Bee, who's, you know, an elite. We don't want him to be disheartened. Friendly fun. Let's go with Ashley. Plus, we need some more Ashley points anyway. Let's start you out right. 2 buttons, 1 stick, endless fun. Ashley, want to show our new friend the majesty of mutants named after famous painters?
Yes!
Oh, do I? Let's go beat up some conveniently bloodless robot ninjas and get shell-shocked. Okay, sure, either way. The newbie seems happy with the decision, even if it's just because they get to play with Ashley, who's a bit less intimidating. Queen Bee's not intimidating, she's confident. That's not intimidating unless you have a problem with confident women. Oh shit, I was decimating that newbie quite a bit. In a good-natured way, of course. I'm still learning from my teammates in 4HK and I'm eager to pass some lessons on. Okay, I'm going back to the beating the crap out of fodder. You have fun out there, okay? You've earned this day through your blood, sweat and tears. Hopefully more blood than sweat and tears, but you get the idea. Yes, I know I feel like it was not a bad thing, but also I think Versus is hard when you haven't played before. Cooperative is the way to go. Time for me to move on. So we can actually talk to everyone. I didn't expect that. One nice thing about being One nice thing about being half bar, half arcade, why was that such a tongue twister, I don't know, is having a pleasant place to relax and get some drinks between games, for staff and gamers alike. Ooh, what have we got? Jamaican... looks like jam? Jar? I'm assuming it says Jamaican. I don't know. And it's got Tempest Rum, Double Bubble, Alaskan Almond, Jamaican something. I thought it was Jamaican Jam. No, there's definitely an I in there, but yes. It's just slightly too far away on my TV screen. And then... can't read the other side. Anyway. It's here that I find Percy and Gavin having some coffee, avoiding the chaos of the gaming area. Ah, well, I can see games. Yes, I think I'd figured it out before I saw what you'd written, but yeah. I think that's what I said originally, Jamaican Jam, and I was like, hang on a bit, wait, is that right? I mean, Jamaican Jam is also good, but I think, yeah, there's an I in there. Tanked. Completely tanked.
Much obliged.
Oh. I'm glad for your little tip. I was ready to invest a good chunk of my pocketbook in that company. All my hard-earned work would have tanked right alongside it. This is par for the course where my siblings snatch up technology companies. It's a pump and dump. In essence, they stir up excitement in the acquisition, then drop it once it goes cold. Siblings? I've never seen one of their endeavours bear fruit for very long, thanks to their short attention spans. I'm glad I could save you the heartache.
Apologies.
No offence. I think I can handle a few accidental heart-related puns without going into cardiac arrest, my good fellow. But it's good to avoid a pothole on the road of finance, yes? All the better for the charities who will eventually profit from my own loss. They approach them in what seems to be a natural lull in the conversation, although talk of finances itself is quite a downer. So, stock market talk?
Ah, indeed.
I like to do my trades in the morning before I come to the arcade. Get all that bother over so I can focus on Moopy. Afraid we're being astoundingly boring at the moment. Are we just two overly serious gentlemen talking about finance? That's fine, I'm adulting at 110% efficiency today. Having started a new business myself, I should probably learn about how, money works. Yes. I mean, in the current world, there's a lot of finance, fintech firms hiring right now. I don't know whether that's because they're doing well or because everyone left them. I mean, I assumed it was because maybe that fintech is doing well in this horrible economic mess, but I mean, it could be because they're not doing well and desperately trying to hire new people. I don't know. It's just, it's not really something that massively interests me. On the other hand, I do need a job, so it could be something that could work for some time. I don't know. I'm still really excited about this one company that I'm interviewing for, and I really hope it goes well, but also I know my track record and I generally put my autistic foot in it. And I say it like that because it's generally because I say something, too honest and talk myself out of things. Literally talk myself out of a long-term contract by saying, look, it seems like you should just do the security updates and then port it over to a different thing, so it's like a month's work. I mean, they hired me for the month, but I could have had, a 12-month contract out of that one. Maybe it was my honesty that was helpful there. Maybe I wouldn't have got the job otherwise, but yeah, that was when I was consulting. Now I'm looking for somewhere to set down roots. Sadly, no barcades available, but yeah, there's this really one company that I'm really... Actually, no, to be fair, there's two companies that I'm really excited about. One of them, I feel like I have the perfect amount of experience for. The other one, I'm like, maybe not, but it would be a good opportunity. But we'll see. I should hear more next week. I mean, I do have a callback. I have a second interview with the one I'm really excited about. Really, really excited about, that I have the experience for. And the other one I did an interview at last thing on a Friday, so don't expect to hear anything. So yeah, I'm really exhausted is part one. I'm also trying to stave off being massively depressed about current state of the world and the job market and the fact that I have to find a new job. Balanced with, I'm really excited about some of the opportunities and really just trying desperately not to screw myself over. I'm not sure what to do. Hence why I just said, sod this, I'm going to book tickets to go see my grandpa, because clearly I just need some relaxing time. Not that I can't relax here, but, twofold, I get to see my grandpa and relax. And I feel like because I'm not here, I'll be like, oh, well, I can't just decide to, deep clean my bathroom. Or something. Might actually get some relax. I don't know. Might also have to do interviews while I'm up there, but luckily he's got fibre now, so it's okay. But yeah, I'm just exhausted because after a week of interviews, you just feel like you've got to be always on. Anyway. What would you like to know about? Investments. How do I plan for the future? The steady option. Quirky expenses. I want to throw a kick-ass party tonight to celebrate. Or basic taxes. I've never had to file for a business before. You get an accountant, sweetie. That's the responsible thing. You hire an accountant. It's an added expense, but it will save you in the long run. I'm going to go with talk to me about investments. I'd like to invest in our future. Think long term, you know. Surviving for many years to come rather than jumping at the easiest profits I can get. Any tips? A fine view to take. Excellent. Okay. It's apparently a Percy plus. Maybe Gavin would have liked talking about taxes. My own investments are preferably long-term, yes. I make moment-to-moment trades, but they're backed up by the stability of stock bedrock. Even after I'm gone, I expect many of those to cash out gradually, and I've hired a phalanx of lawyers to carry out my wishes over the next 30 years. Gavin, how about I show you my portfolio? Give you some ideas about how to build up a nest egg for arcade spirits.
Thank you.
I'd be honoured. I'll let you two handle the fine details. Do sink deeper into conversation about currency exchanges, fiscal policy, tax rate changes, and I start to lose consciousness. Yeah, I'm very much about not doing the risky things. I mean, okay, pension pots invest in stocks, which is why they dipped alarmingly during the pandemic and with the war. But hopefully that will recover. But my own finances, I'm very much just about trying to get the best interest rates on bank accounts. Because that's tangible for me. I admire their passion, but there's only so much adulting I can handle one day. I need to reserve some for later. Then I noticed raised voices at the other end of the bar. It's not really an altercation or an incident yet, but they are talking a bit louder than others. Miss, I've run your credit card twice and it was declined twice.
Damn, this sucks.
Again, I'm telling you, it was working just fine earlier. I got tokens using it. See these tokens? Sensing an opportunity to provide excellent customer service and further prove my adulting chops, I step in to help. Hello, good morning. I'm the manager here. Can I be of some assistance? She looks awfully familiar. Have we met before? Oh, right. I invited her to check out my arcade, didn't I? Guess that's why she's here.
What's up?
Hey, good to see you. Love what you've done with the place. Just love it. I think she was playing the Moopy thing, wasn't she? Something's wrong with your credit card readers. My card's legit. I was using it earlier with no issues, but now it's all messed up and stuff. Can you help me? I can pay cash if I've got it, but I'm not trying to duck and run on you. I really prefer to use the card. I'm going to see Iris, if Iris can help. Because, yeah, I think sure we can run it one more time, you know. I don't think doing on the house is massively great. I think let's see if Iris can help for now. Fortunately, I have to have an expert in all things digital in my employ. She can clear up your credit card problem nice and quick. Oh, Iris.
Iris, online.
Sure thing, miss. Can you please swipe your card across my screen? This takes the customer by surprise. She hesitates briefly before doing as asked. Right, you have an Iris. I remember that. Now, processing. Please enjoy this recorded music.
Bad command or file name?
That's odd. It says your card was declined. Cancelled even.
No helping it.
I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding, but whatever. I've got cash. Plenty of cash. It's no problem at all. I'll take care of this myself. Thanks for trying. Oh. That's... I don't know. I mean, trying it one more time would have just got it declined, but I don't think giving everything away for free is particularly great business sense. Whether we'll get any follow-through on that, I don't know. She quickly goes about her business, using a fistful of ones and various bits of change to pay her way through. Seemed a little eager to get out of here, actually. That's odd. Really odd. Might need to keep an eye on that one. Some sort of scam? With stolen credit card, maybe? Which means we're going to get a charge back on those tokens, but hey, at least the drinks. Yeah, with that metal settled, it's back to wandering the arcade. Where to next? Before I can continue my wanderings, Gavin pops up directly in my path. Stop what you're doing and look towards the door without making it look like you're looking for anyone in specific. Okay, what am I pretending not to be looking for? Miss Jeannie DeFame. I have no idea who that is. top arcade critic in the city. Her reviews can make or break an arcade easily. I didn't think she'd be coming today, as normally some little independent arcade is beneath her interest, but apparently she's made an exception. If we don't want to end up smeared across every website she writes for, I suggest you go play nice and show her all the positives of arcade spirits. I mean, there are lots of those. Okay, I'm on it. Best foot forward. She's the redhead near the entrance with a handbag. Best of luck. I easily spot her, thanks to Gavin's cues. Hopefully there's not more than one redhead by the entrance with a handbag. Considering this morning lacked the usual chaos I experienced on my first day at Funplex, I'd say we're off to a great start, and I'm sure this reviewer will appreciate that and things won't totally be going bonkers. Wearing my most professional smile, I stroll over to the entrance. Oh, okay. You! I remember you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This would have been chapter 1. I think. There was a birthday party on our first day, and we dealt with a thing with someone had bullied some little kid out of their tokens, and then there was definitely... Oh dear. We couldn't have known. We handled it perfectly if your kid was bullying other kids, because I think that was the situation. He was a bully. I don't really remember. I'd have to watch the VOD again. I'm sure they're going to tell us. My dear, wonderful Josh had a miserable time in your arcade at that birthday party. You just stood back and let that horrible woman say terrible things about me. Oh, I think that was a Queen Bee thing, and yeah, we maybe didn't handle that the best we could. Well, this arcade was fun while it lasted. Might as well burn it down to ashes and build a new arcade on those ashes 100 years from now after this blows over. Before I can try and defend myself, she holds up a hand to stop me. Now, while I seriously question the wisdom of allowing you to run an arcade and would love nothing more than to give you 0 stars and walk away immediately, I am, unfortunately, committed by ethical standards to stay and properly review your establishment in a relatively unbiased fashion. So, as unpleasant as that may be for the both of us, I suggest you remain professional, even if you've dug yourself a rather deep hole to climb out of, in my view. Understood? Even if I want to go on a tirade or chew her out, I've got to think of the arcade. This isn't some rando angry parent, not this time. It feels like chewing ground glass, but I need to swallow my pride on this. Understood. Excellent. What I need from you now is to stay out of my way. No special treatment or consideration. I need to observe your arcade as a disinterested outside party so that I can judge your facility and atmosphere. But rest assured, if I see some egregious mistake, I will bring it to your attention, pointedly. So, I mean, I think we dealt with the incident with the... I wonder if we'd have done them in a different order, whether we'd have still had that bar thing. I'm wondering if she was trying to use fake credit card. And definitely we had that criminal teenager who was trying to get us to buy counterfeit machines or something. I'm sure Naomi will sort us out the hard drive so that it won't look dodgy. And Ashley was playing nice with people. I don't know, I think we should be good. I think it feels like that teenager was possibly sent over by Deku to try and sabotage by getting us into trouble with the police or something. Maybe the same with a teenager with the fake credit cards. But it's not like we were going to accept them. And also not setting an example of giving people free things. Unless it is a small child who's just had their token stolen. I will never not give a small child who's had their token stolen some new tokens. Because, you know, small child. But I feel like we've dealt with everything fairly okay. I think I was possibly a little taken aback by how Queen Bee... But it's because it was my first day, and I wasn't sure how people would react to things. But I'm fairly certain the boy was being a problem. And Queen Bee had some choice words. Bully. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember there was something. But anyway. My readers likewise will become very aware of your shortcomings. I do my best to support consumer activism, and that requires absolute honesty of any difficulties I observe. So until such time as I require you, I suggest we speak no further. Agreed? Sure, fine. As you were, then. Wonderful, just wonderful. Not only does she hate us right off the bat, but I can't even leap to the defense of what we've built here without antagonizing her future. Further, I may need to talk with Gavin about how to save Arcade Spirits from an inevitable negative review. Or it may all go great. But now, very tempted when I do a replay to see how I could handle that incident differently. To change, yeah, that is a long game, that is. Nothing else I can do now but pray to the arcade gods that everything from here on out goes perfectly. Once again I wander the floor, but this time, while it's all smiles and pleasantries on the outside, I'm left all alone battling my thoughts. It's certainly not helping my anxiety, mind you. Being under a magnifying glass means anything that can go wrong will go wrong in spectacular fashion. Ooh, I've just decided what I want for dinner tonight. Thank God for that. It's been bugging me all day. Reported on across every arcade enthusiast website in existence. No, wait, stop. Bad thinking. Don't assume things will go wrong. That's catastrophizing. Besides, the morning wasn't too eventful. Just to say the afternoon will be a disaster. Why is the bar open in the morning? I hope they've got a license for that. Is that a usual thing in America? Morning bars? I suppose it depends on what time, but yeah. Maybe they're not serving alcohol until after a certain time. Anyway. Look, we've still got the dust up. Dear, great. With Juniper to deal with when we get home. And then the afternoon was a disaster. I knew I had spoken too soon the second I saw Gavin approaching me with a tinge of worry furrowing his brow.
Utterly ridiculous.
It shouldn't be possible for us to be out of nachos in the vending machine this fast, and yet we are. I have receipts for ordering exactly enough of them to fill up, and yet there were only a few bags in there, a missed delivery perhaps? And that was the least of our problems. Harry, we've got an electrical problem. 3 of the retro games have shorted out. I don't understand. I tested the power supplies, outright rebuilt a few of them. This feels like sabotage. Unless someone's seriously scuffing their sneakers and shocking the coin boxes, we're taking a failure somewhere in our electrical wiring. Calamity after catastrophe, they just kept piling up.
What?
What if the toilet stopped working? Them. We need to call a plumber fast, and not the one that jumps on turtles. Anxiety rising. What are you gonna do? This doesn't make any sense. I'm freaking out. I'll admit that.
Well.
I'm freaking out. Maybe we should close down for the day, iron out the wrinkles, try again tomorrow? We're hastily losing our grip on things, and if I don't say anything, we may as well call it quits. They must refocus our energy. Okay. I need to take charge. So, there is nothing wrong with asking for help. I think we should ask for help. Well, okay, we can, look, I know you're all looking to me to be the leader here, but I'm not really the expert when it comes to any of these things. I need your help. And you, I trust you. Each of you knows how to deal with problems like this. If you really dig deep and think about it, what do you think we should do? The group exchange nervous glances, then thankfully stops to breathe and think.
Ooh.
I will become the plumber we need. I mean, not exactly, but I'll grab a plunger and go do what I can. We have to close down the bathrooms for now, but I'm sure we can convince one of the neighbours to loan us theirs, maybe. I'll check next door with them before I go do battle with our demonically possessed toilets. And while I'll say this human vending machine issue is human error, I have enough faith in my own error checking, to say this human is not responsible. I'll make some calls with our distributors and see where the chain broke down. Also see about ordering some quick replacement stock. Mine's a bit more complex. I need to replace the fried power supplies, but I can do that. I can do most of these today. Meanwhile, I'll put a feeler out to the indie arcade community online, see if we can get an electrician with arcade experience out here quickly. Been meaning to get back into online groups, and even if it means my popping my head up in a crowd, I'll do it. Okay, good solutions, people, good solutions. I won't be able to work the floor while I'm taming our restrooms, Aria. You could be covering for me. Things seem to be getting more intense as the day picks up. You three focus on your tasks at hand. I may be the boss, but I was a floor attendant originally. I can handle whatever Arcade Spirits throws at me. Got it? Gotcha. I mean, yes, you can take commands and do stuff, but I feel empowering your employees to have confidence in their own abilities when you know that they can solve the problems. The situation is where you know that they don't have necessarily that ability, and that's when they're looking for you to help. You've got to find that balance. It's really freaking hard. But I'm changing out of this first. I don't want to get poo water all over our new mascot. Toodles. I'm on it. You can count on me. With all three busy, that leaves me in charge of every problem that may emerge for the rest of the afternoon. No way to tap out with someone to help me with these situations. Need to work fast to hit every problem before it's too late. Can't leave any stones unturned this time. No risk of letting something spiral out of control. But I'm ready. I mean, I have to be. No choice. Feeling freshly invigorated, I start my floor track. There are problems all around me, but what should I tackle first? Okay. I feel like the video wall showing pictures of bunnies is a low priority. It's bunnies, it's not like it's penises. Queen bee cursing? More than usual. I think cursing and banging is a priority first. Then we'll deal with queen bee, then we'll figure out why there's bunnies on the wall. Okay, as I hear the clang and bang of someone assaulting a cabinet, I see Percy holding up a finger to grab my attention. I motion for him to join me and he does. Thank goodness. I tried to grab Ashley, but she was in a hurry, brandishing a plunger like it was some kind of sword. There's so much going on right now. What's happening? Some hooligan's working his way down the retro games, yelling at them and smacking around the joysticks like they're speed bags. I swear he was going to knock over our joust. That's how old he was shoving that cabinet. People have been avoiding going near him ever since he started raging out. It's causing quite a scene. I'll take care of it, Percy. Thanks. Be careful, love. I don't like the looks of this one. He places a hand on my shoulder in solidarity before leaving. This happens more often than you'd think. Someone getting so mad at a game they start smacking the cabinet around. Unlike pinball, which will go into tilt mode to punish you, the only justice to be found here is my justice. I am the arcade law. Oh, it's one of them. You stupid piece of game. Totally jumped over that barrel, stupid monkey and his barrels. Even if, well, I'm a little less than eager to bring the law down on this guy. They should have security. I'm in awe of the size of this lad. He probably eats 6 whole hams for breakfast and bench presses pickup trucks for fun. But I know my duty. I know what I must do. Right. You break it, you bought it? No. Okay. Sir, no. Okay, that's enough. You out now. Right, you're done. Get out of my arcade. We're finished here. Excuse me, did I hear that right? Oh, good. Just what I needed right now. From the corner out of my eye, I spot Ms. Defame watching. Better stand firm. You heard me. I'm the manager here, and I reserve the right to refuse service to anybody. So bounce your ass on out the door before I have it bounced out by the cops. You little... But oddly, his attention is diverted to something or someone behind me. It's only for a couple of seconds, but his whole demeanour changes after that. Fine. He storms off, deciding he'd rather have the last word than argue it further. I turn to see who or what exactly changed his mind with a sharp glance, but the crowd's too thick. Whoever or whatever it was is now gone. And, Mr. Fame returns to the crowd without a comment, hopefully quietly approving of my law-bringing. It was odd, but I guess a win is a win. Sabotage. It feels like... Now hear me out. Deku, Mr. Deku guy, is sending people that we've seen at his arcade to try things to see what people can get away with. So, criminal offering to sell us dodgy machines, someone aggro beating up the machines, potentially could be sabotage. Something's going on with the electrical, it feels like sabotage with that, and then potentially that teenager with the fake credit card stuff. Don't know who stopped him, but it feels like a campaign. And it's really odd that she's coming on opening day when there's going to be kinks. Maybe we should have had a soft opening. Now then, what problem to address next? Okay, I don't know. The bunnies don't seem like a problem. Probably they'll turn out to be a problem, but as I said, it's bunnies. Queen bee cursing up a storm. I don't need to deal with that because, yeah. Are you kidding me? Queen bee casts a shocked glare at someone who's about to play the idle fisted discomfort machine she's guarding, dissuading them. Then looks down at her phone again, frantically keying in commands. Right, that's sorted out. What's going on?
What the f?
Some tried to hijack my streaming account. Don't get it. Naomi and I put together these dinky mini computers to stream video game ourselves. I made the security recommendations myself to avoid this sort of thing. But it looks like our new experimental tech to allow celebs like me to walk onto a game and start streaming. It has a few holes. I stepped away for a moment to hit the bathroom, which is a disaster zone by the way, and got an alert on my phone that someone tried to log into my account. They didn't count on my two-factor authentication at least. I'll admit I'm not Silicon literate enough to know how the streaming rig these two came up with works. Just allocated some R&D funding for them to make it happen. The specifics are beyond me. Apparently the trouble's drawn the attention of the ever-watchful Mr. Fame. Wonderful. Okay. Naomi's busy fixing up power supplies, but grab her and tell her to turn off the streaming add-on for now, just until we sort this out. Great. Just great. That's a day of streaming down the drain, but it beats leaving a security hole wide open. We'll figure this out later. With Naomi busy and Ashley battling toilets, I've only one option to turn to for technical assistance. Iris, can you check the security camera footage? See who messed with the festive discomfort machine while Queen Bee wasn't looking. Maybe that'll help.
Iris, online.
Already on it. Been analysing the videos feeds ever since she mentioned hacking was afoot. No one hacks my friends and gets away with it. Looks like the next person to approach the machine was a tall man with blue sunglasses. You think he did it? He accessed the USB slot streamers used to log into our new tech, but wasn't streaming anything, or even playing the game. He just plugged in a small device, waited, then left. From the access logs, I'd say he's our culprit. I'm on it. Thanks, Iris. See? These are all the guys from Deku, and they've got this weird ghost logo. It doesn't take long to track the guy down. For starters, there's his rather unique fashion sense. Also, he's plugging into another of our streamer-friendly games without playing it. That's an extremely obvious tell. Kinda hard to give him the benefit of the doubt or even a second chance. He clearly broke the rules of the arcade. Although he looks like the sort that'd break me if I break the news to him badly. Should choose my words wisely, ones that involve me staying in one piece. We went with the tough line with the BT up guy. Don't do that, please. It's against the rules. Keep that up and I call the police. So I'm afraid I need to ask you to leave. Sorry, I'm afraid I need to ask you to leave. We didn't try with the other guy because I was like, I need to put my foot down. I'm going to put my foot down again, but I'm going to do it this way. Keep that up and I call the police. Let's be honest with each other, shall we? I'm the manager here and I don't know damn well what you've been up to. Immediately he straightens up, pocketing the item he was committing arcade crimes with, all nonchalant-like. What? I wasn't doing anything. Yes, you were. I know, in fact, exactly what you were doing. If you continue doing it, I'm calling the police. This is a second chance, a rare one, and I suggest you take it. There will not be a third. Understood? First he growls a little, ready to protest his innocence, but before holding himself back. Luckily, I'm under orders, nerdo. Fine, whatever you want. See, told you, sabotage. As he walks off into the crowd without another word, I'm left in a state of utter confusion at our exchange, but I'll take it, hesitantly. Iris? Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him through the security video feeds. Don't worry, I'll let you know if he resorts to his nefarious ways. All handled and without causing an incident, though I'm vague on what he meant by orders exactly. With that in the bag, I quickly look around to see if there's any other nearby problems I can address. Yep, let's do the bunnies. The retro television-based video wall was an idea I came up with during renovations. Naomi runs the whole thing off a cheap mini-computer too. Practical and inexpensive, and it gives just the perfect amount of flair. I've been pretty proud of it up until this moment. For some reason, it's showing a nature documentary about cute and fluffy bunnies, instead of retro music videos and arcade high scores. I mean, there are worse things it could be showing. Not that bunnies are a bad thing. Exactly. There are so many worse things it could be playing, but it's still not playing what I want it to play. Something's amiss. As I'm hunting around for the remote control we keep at the prize desk, Teo approaches. Bunnies, huh? Yeah, bunnies. Interesting choice, Ari. Not my choice, Teo. I'll have it fixed in a moment. Okay, cool. I was wondering if we'd just suddenly experienced a paradigm shift in arcade theming or something. The bunnies are really cute, though. Grabbing the remote, I flick it back to channel 3, which should take the video feed from Naomi's system. It flips back to the bunnies on channel 5 a few seconds later. Persistent, aren't they? Almost like the rabbits themselves. But I click back to channel 3, and nope, once again it reverts back to 5. Okay, clearly we're dealing with a master hacker, one who can modify Naomi's system despite having no physical access to it. Or someone's just cloned the remote. An individual capable of truly hacking the planet. Yeah. Or it's a prankster with a universal TV remote. Called it. I've got one of those myself. Helps me turn off overly loud TVs in bars which drown out the beats of whatever game I'm playing. Not that I would ever do that, mind you, just in case. But with great power comes great responsibility, and clearly whoever's forcing us to watch this lacks the latter. How about I go subtly check the crowd to see if anyone's got clear line of sight and is pointing a gadget at the video wall each time you change it. I'm strapped for help, so I'm not going to deny Teo's offer. Plus, you know, he may not be an employee, but he's still a big part of this arcade, so there we go. Sure, go for it. The war for remote control continues for another minute, back and forth from music videos to documentaries about rabbits. And now it's showing them mating, which I'm seriously hoping does not count as pornography, or else it'll be yet another black mark against us with a certain arcade critic. It's only been a few minutes, but it feels like an eternity of copulating Lego morphs before Teo returns. Found him, orange jacket, standing in the pinball section. Thanks, Teo.
No problem.
Anything for you, Ari. I roll up the sleeves on my hoodie, ready to put an end to this. Oh my god! Wait a minute, isn't that the arcade newbie from earlier? Didn't seem like a troublemaker at the time. What's going on here? It's the ghosty jacket thing. Nope, it's definitely this kid. I can see the tiny plastic gadget in their hand briefly before they pocket it. Perhaps noticing my approach, the teenager rolls stealth and gets a natural one, resulting in an awkward and obvious attempt at looking like an unimportant part of the crowd. Hey. Didn't do anything. I mean, hi, good to see you again. What's up, how are things? Giving this living bundle of nervousness. I'm not sure how I feel like coming down a ton of bricks on a poor kid, but rules are rules, right? Yes, but whereas the other two were clearly aggressive, you can possibly afford to be empathetic here. See if you can find out who is sabotaging my arcade. I mean, we do need to ask him to leave, really. But let's just try for kindly. I'm sorry, but I know you're the one changing the TV channel. I'm not. I mean, you are, but it's okay. It's not really a big deal. If you'd kindly stop doing it from now on, we can let this go. It's not like you did anything seriously wrong, okay? Just stop changing the channel. Okay, sorry. I wasn't trying to cause trouble. I mean, I was, but never mind. Okay, I'll stop. Thank you, bye. And they're gone, slipping back into the crowd. That was weird. What's going on here? I decided to look around a bit more, hoping for some more clues. What trouble should I investigate next? Before I can continue my quest to purge my arcade of evildoers, I am interrupted by an onslaught of my hardworking staff. I knew it, Ari, about our missing inventory.
Oh.
When I get my hands on whoever did this, I found the electrical problem, Ari. Sabotage and treason. An enemy agent walks among us. Okay, so we have some insights what's causing all these messes, but it's a chaotic jumble right now. One at a time, please. Our suspiciously low sack inventory was indeed not human error. The delivery truck never arrived here. It was routed to a garbage dump due to computer error, or as I suspect, malfeasance. And malfeasance explains our electrical problems too. Remember my joke about someone scuffing their feet and shocking the coin boxes? Nope, that's actually what happened. An external shock, not a grid failure. Someone's got a battery or some other shock prod and was using it to crash games. Must be the same someone who flushed a bunch of wadded up paper towels and firecrackers down the toilets. It's a war zone in there. I was able to dredge up one super gross chunk out of it, but we'll need a professional plumber to get the rest. It's all sounding way too suspicious to be random acts of hooliganism, and it also ties into what I've been handling on the floor. I've had to deal with pranksters all afternoon too. Even had to kick a few of them out the door. I've been so busy playing firefighter, running from blaze to blaze with a leaky bucket, that I haven't been able to put the pieces together. Don't worry, I did. But now it's clear, and I know what I must do. If you'll all pardon me, it's time for Mix Cater to go kick some ass. Right, that tears it. No more Mix Nice Cater. See, we're trying to be gutsy and kindly at the same time. It's my own special blend. Yeah. The gloves are off. But you aren't wearing any gloves. Do you want to borrow mine so you can take them off? Ashley, focus. So you have an idea of who's responsible. Yeah, leave this to me. I've come to kick ass and chew bubble gum and I'm all out of gum. Oh, here, have some of mine. Oh, Ashley, bless your little cotton socks. Ashley hands me a stick of gum. I'm still going to kick some ass and take some names, sweetie. The shrug, I pop it in my mouth, turn on my heel and march off to resume ass kicking anyway. With a nod of solidarity, all three of us split up, each on our own mission to thwart the ne'er-do-wells. Not particularly thrilled to begin this confrontation. My nerves haven't stopped jangling since this morning, but well, my friends are counting on me to lead, to be the responsible one. I can't foist this off on Gavin like I might have done at the Funplex. Oh! We think it's the critic? Oh, I mean, that makes sense. I was assuming it was Deku. I am too trusting. Finding my quarry isn't particularly difficult. She's been in the background the whole time, watching and waiting as I ran around trying to put a lid on the mayhem. Oh, wait, no. Well, it was obvious with it pointed out the shirt. Okay, so it's not the critic. I was making an assumption based on the fact it said she. I didn't even suspect her. But it's still going to be Deku related. Then. Okay, I was right. Okay, stretch, probably a good idea. She doesn't hydrate. Oh, but it is halfway through. Maybe what we could do is take a quick pause. I don't know. Let me hydrate first. If we're out of tea, then we'll No, I think we'll leave it a little bit. We should be good. Her eyes study me as I approach, grinning ear to ear.
Hiya. Hi. Hello there. Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I can't say I understand the why. Clearly something to do with Deku. Hi, Tan. I mean, yeah, sure, we're being sabotaged on our opening day, but yeah, it's going great. Can't say I understand the why, but at least I know the who. The matching fashion style was a pretty big clue. Told you it was something to do with the ghosts.
I guess a formal introduction's in order. Yeah, okay. The name's Sue. Natural born leader, hacker extraordinaire, and leader of the Ghost Monsters, the hottest gang on these streets. Pleased to meet ya.
She playfully curtsies, her wicked smile never ceasing.
And yeah, I guess my friends were a little wild and crazy, leaning a bit heavy on the pranks. And okay, you booted some of us out. Not all, just some. That's cool, I mean, it's your house and your rules. You're the sheriff here and you lay down the law. And I respect that. Let me make it up to you, okay?
I mean, we booted out the aggressive behaviour. The nervous little teenage kid let off with a warning, and the other guy was threatened with the police. I feel like that was the way to go. We could have just kicked them all out. We were well within our rights of kicking them all out. But it was really the violent one that was problematic. I really did think that it was going to tell us that it was the reviewer critic person that was doing behind all this. I was like, that was really weird. But no, okay, yeah, it was a gang. And I'm betting it could be something to do with Deku. It could just be testing the waters. I mean, feel free if you want to actually play here. We're quite happy. Sue steps back and taps a button on her smartwatch. Yeah, see? There was also the guy that tried to sell us stuff. But I told you, they just all look the same, but we've seen them at Deku as well. And from the crowd of gamers, but also that red guy we kicked out. He should not be in here. The crowd of gamers are all gang assembles. Even the ones I told to get lost. Gang, this is... What's your name again? Mixcator. Gang, this is Ari. Ari, this is Inky, Binky, Pinky, and Clyde! It's the ghost monsters from Pac-Man for those people that don't know it. That's why I'm excited. So Shima's Pac-Man. But yeah. I really need to finish my cross stitch. It's gonna take me forever. But yeah. Inky, Pinky, Pinky, and Clyde. That is so cool. Now then. She turns to face her ghost monsters. You were all very, very naughty, and I'd say they owed an apology. A big fat I'm sorry from each of you. Don't you agree? Each of them mumbles a semi-coherent, semi-sincere apology. Yeah, whatever, sorry. Sorry. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, Mixcator. I'm really sorry. When they finish, Sue faces me once again.
There. Everybody's sorry, which means everybody's forgiven. Correct?
That's not how apologies work.
Because, and this is me being real with you, I like this arcade. I really do. It beats the crap out of Deco's Palace, that's for sure.
I'm very glad we didn't give her a free drink then. Make her pay. She's obviously trying to do something with the credit card machines.
I can easily see this being our new home, you know? I admire what you've done with the place. It's totally awesome, and I'm really looking forward to coming back. Again and again.
Why is the way you said that makes shivers go down the back of my spine?
I definitely don't want to end our first day here on a sour note. No. I'm so glad we can communicate like adults. Apologize for being naughty and move on.
Why?
Now, okay, we may still ruffle a few feathers while we're here, but that's cool, right? I'm sure you understand that it's all fun and games. Nothing personal.
Well, as long as you're not violent, rude, or do anything illegal, then that's fine. But, you know, otherwise I've got to have to kick you out.
So, what do you say, friend? All's forgiven?
I pause, taking in everything Sue rambled on about. Let me get this straight. You scare our customers, mess with our television sets, smash up and short-circuit our games, clog our toilets, redirect our mail orders, come back here after I explicitly told you to get lost, to try and hijack Queen Bee's streaming account, and you want me to smile and let you come back tomorrow? My words barely faze her, that grin still lingering.
See? You get it?
I love this arcade and I think we could be great friends. What do you say, partner? Waiting for my response, she holds out a fist to bump. I'm not going to swear at her. Cut fist off. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course not. That's the gutsy move. I don't feel that's the right thing. Quirky, sure, why not? I absolve you of all arcade sins. No. Lol, no, get out. That's no way to handle a business. Kindly, if you truly love this arcade, you have to stop causing problems. Or the steady, rules are rules. If you can respect them, you can stay. Kindly or steady? As a business owner... No, I'm not doing the top one. That was not the two options you got. Kindly or steady? We're not going for gutsy or quirky on this. We're definitely not swearing. And basically we want to say, if you can follow the rules, then you can stay. Otherwise, you got to go. Not just you've got to go. So I think I'm going to go with, as a business owner, rules are rules. If you can respect them, you can stay. So, you can't claim you didn't know the rules. Obviously you knew them and you broke them anyway. That's a simple and clear-cut fact. I don't know why you caused so many problems if you claim to honestly love our arcade, but regardless, that has to stop. If you can follow the letter and spirit of the law, I'll let you come back. Banning you is effectively the same thing as allowing you in, provided that you play nice. Either way, no more trouble happens. That's all I want. No more trouble. So, can you promise me you'll obey the rules of the road?
No helping it.
I wish I could. But promises, well, are a pretty strong thing to ask for, you know. Something's wrong here. I can tell when someone's being sincere with me. She's clearly genuine about wanting to come back, but seems conflicted. How hard is it not to hack machines and run wild? Why would that be a problem? Yes, if we break the rules, Dan will release the Milo. That will probably, you know, just try and eat all your pens. And cover you in kisses. And then maybe fall asleep on you. Looking adorable. Possibly try to eat the pillows. But yeah. With me, that would be, you know, obviously I do not want kisses as much as Deed is adorable because, you know, I like breathing. But yeah. My offer's on the table. It's because Deku's involved. I reckon Deku's paying them to cause trouble. My offer's on the table, no negotiation. Obey the rules and we're fine. I can forgive today's mess as a sign of good faith. But break the rules again and I'm getting the police involved. Understood? Sue raises an eyebrow at that.
Whoa, put the brakes on. Bad idea, friend. Really bad idea. You don't want to even think about getting the cops involved in this. No. Because, and this is me being honest with you because we're on such good terms, it won't do you any good. We'll be out and back on the streets within a day. We've got friends in high places. We don't sell drugs or weapons. We sell information. And information, as a currency, is far more valuable than what other gangs trade in. So if we're doing this, we don't involve the pigs. Any problems, you come to me direct. That's my rule. Break that rule. And, well, you don't want to see what I can do with the push of a single button.
So now you're threatening me.
I'm just telling you how it is. What you do now is entirely up to you.
I don't like being threatened. And as a person with PD, I really hate being told what to do. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dan. Anyway, but before she can continue her tirade, we're rather rudely interrupted. It's organized. I mean, she does have very cool hair. And also the coolest gang members in the sense that it's literally the Pac-Man ghosts. Oh, God, no. No. We'll have none of that in our arcade. Thank you very much. Oi, Sue. Oh, you think you're doing here? The thick tension that surrounds us melts away, redirected to the new challenger. All eyes glare towards them. You can take that outside, thank you very much. No weapons in the arcade. Oh, great. Okay, Ari, hold that thought. I've got business to attend to. Damn right you do. Ghost monsters don't operate south of 23rd Street. You damn well know this is lovely chainsaw territory. Get lost or get tossed. I wasn't confused before. I sure as heck am now. All I can do is watch this unfold before me. Get your gang war out my arcade! With a clap, Sue summons her buddies to her side. I'm sorry, Sam, for what? Don't recall signing any non-compete agreement with you, darlings.
Ghost monsters?
Ghost monsters, this locker room gossip queen is disrespecting your fearless leader. What do you say to that? No one disses Sue on my watch, nobody. I'm scared to hit a chick. I'm an equal opportunity, socially maladjusted individual. You got your answer, ladies. Now then. Let's run. No! Get out of my arcade! Well, to their credit, they didn't throw the first punch, but we're talking hand didn't shoot first levels of moral high ground there. Immediately, the ghost monsters and the lovely chainsaw are at each other's throats, grappling, punching, shoving at each other. A baseball bat gets swung, clangs off the side of a racing game, soda cans are thrown, someone uproots a chair near the slack machines and that goes flying too. It's chaos. Complete and utter chaos. Great. Wonderful. And it needs to stop now. Iris? Already calling the cops, sorry. As for me, it's funny, when you start out a day anxious about what the future might bring, once that future goes completely to poop, well, that anxiety just fades away. Crisis mode! There's something oddly freeing about seeing your world crumble around you. There's nothing left to fear, and that means I can swing into action, ready to face it. Priority 1, get the customers the hell out of here. Gavin and Ashley are already on that. I join in, trying to funnel the panic crowd of kids and gamers out of the door and away from the carnage. This way, hurry! In lordly fashion, please. Ow, everyone out! The fight spills into the bar area because of course it does. This ruckus really needed was a ton of broken glass, right? Damn it! I'm not letting that get away with this. Until now, it's been the world's sloppiest barroom brawl. Teenagers flailing at each other wildly, generally wrecking the scene rather than each other. But now she's pulled out a gun. Not some arcade-like gun, but a real-life shooting and killing gun. This isn't happening. This can't be happening. But this is 100% happening. The leader of the lovely chainsaw gang raises her weapon and takes aim at Sue, trying to end this. But her target is conveniently tucked behind Mrs. DeFame and Gavin. If I don't do something, someone is going to get seriously hurt. My mind races. Calm acceptance washes over me. This is how things will be, no helping it. One chance to do something good in the midst of all this chaos. Time slows for me, like I'm trapped in a dream state. Pure instinct takes over and I start running toward them. I'm gonna go have a break, because how the hell do I decide out of 3 people? One of whom is my friend, one of whom literally holds the future of my business in their hands, and one of whom is a kid that started all the trouble. So we're gonna have a quick tea break, because I need to reinflate my tea. No, rehydrate. Fill up my teacup with some hot tea. So we're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna run that, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So, protect Gavin, our friend, co-worker. Protect the critic who holds our entire life. His work in her hands. Or protect Sue, the kid who's probably going to get shot. Who's caused a lot of trouble for us. This is... what's the thing? Sophie's choice or whatever. But yeah, I mean, literally, how do you expect me to choose? It's got to be the customer. Really. Except that she probably would say, oh, well, I'm doing it because, you know... Ah! We dropped a save, right? Yeah, we dropped a save. We can always reload if we make a terrible decision. I don't want anyone to get shot. Protect Sue. Down. I mean, that technically protects all of them. We're totally getting shot. That regret nothing! Except maybe this action. Whoa. As long as a shot. Smashing up, but you know, smashing up our machines and stuff. Oh, we just opened. What's it mean? But hey, maybe she'll be nice to us and tell us why someone wants to sabotage our bar. Clearly, it's Deku. Holy, what did you? I was aiming for Sue. Pigs, pigs. Run for it. Stay cool and wipe the footage first. Do it. Stay with us, Ari. Stay with us. Help is on the way. Wipe the footage. That ain't gonna help. Because we have an Iris. She's gonna make sure that the footage is not wiped. I just wanted to make a dream for everyone to enjoy. That's all. Was that so wrong? It's what you would have done. It's what you did do for all of us. But I guess no good deed goes unpunished, huh? The Cada family curse.
You've a strong spirit, dear. You'll get through this, I know you will. But for now, oh, you'd best wake up. There's still more to be done.
Let's see. Slowly. Very slowly, I open my eyes. The soft beeping of medical monitoring greets me, as well as an angel in white. Well, an angel in a white lab coat. While they're no heavenly being, they do appear to be my doctor, armed with nothing more than a clipboard. Still a little hazy as they briefly explain the situation. Thanks to my wild theatrics, I startled the shooter enough that her bullet missed its intended target. Instead, it went straight into my leg. Cool. Which hurts like hell, but apparently resulted in a surprisingly clean shot that I'll recover from in a few weeks, easily. 2 days in the hospital, a week or two on crutches, some limping, and then I'll be back to 100%. And how much in debt. And more importantly, nobody died. I live with this momentary pain if someone else gets to live, period. Exactly. I would probably do the same thing. Once I stopped being paralysed by fear. So, could have been better, could have been worse. The doctor, having given me the report, leaves to treat their other patients, but before they do, they inform me I have a visitor. At least there's a plus side, I just wonder who it is. Well, it could be Naomi, it could be Queen Bee, it could be Ashley, it could be Juniper. If it's Iris in person, then I'm dead. Actually dead. Juniper. Juniper walks in the room, squeezing tightly to a stuffed bear. The fluffy creature is holding a sign that says, "Get well soon." It's cute and reminds me of the plushies in the arcade. She hands it over to me as she gets closer. I gladly take it and hug it into my chest. Oh, Ari.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just the worst. I'm the absolute worst.
You didn't cause me to get shot, sweetie pie.
I can't believe my last words could have been words spoken in anger. And over what? Dirty socks on the floor? It's so stupid. I just wanted to lift you up. Help you find the self-respect I know you deserve to have. I'm trying to help, and I always mess it up. I'm so stupid.
But I raised my hand to stop her. Juniper, you're not stupid or the worst or anything like that.
But those things I said.
They needed saying. Look, Juniper. You've always been there for me as my best friend in the world, and I appreciate that. You're totally in the right here. I was being a slob and disrespecting the space we share together. Or apology accepted, and I know I can do better too. I think we actually go for that one. Because, yes, best friend, but I think this is 100% a nice apology, which we need to do. You're right. You're absolutely in the right. I'm a slob, and I know this, and I clearly wasn't open to hearing about it, given how long you felt you had to wait before you couldn't keep quiet.
Well, I mean...
I just didn't want to hurt your feelings. You can't hurt my feelings by pointing out I need to pick up my socks, Juniper. There's nothing to be upset about. I'm not mad. I'm glad you opened up to me and told me how you feel, even. From now on, I'm going to respect the space we share together, okay? Okay. I still feel silly about going on and on a bit about it like I did, but I'm glad you understand. From now on, we'll both treat our home as our home, not just a convenient arrangement of rooms that include beds, toilets, and things. Because it wasn't on and on. It was hitting a breaking point, and I get that. Because if you feel like people don't listen or respect boundaries you set, it will come all bubbling out in one great big glop like that.
BFFs for life.
You know, I'd be perfectly happy having you as a roomie for the rest of your days if that's what you want. Yelling about leaving your underwear all over the place can't break up our friendship. I'll say we'll be just fine in the long run as roomies. So for as long as you want to stay under our roof, I'll welcome you home, okay? A home. Oh, yes, also, score has gone up. No idea what that means at the end. If there's like an optimum score, or does I will do an experiment when I get to the end to see what the score is compared to other times I play the game. A home. Even living with my family, I never really had a home. We'd move every few years as the Kid curse followed us around. The prospect of having a fixed address, a real future, one spent alongside my best friend in the world, well, it's a yummy feel-good kind of feeling. Sorry, did not want to sneeze on the microphone. Sounds good here. Ooh, awesome. Tea. Carefully put the lid on without pouring boiling tea all over ourselves. Cool. It was just brewing away there. Sounds good here. Okay, you need your rest, and I need to see about tidying up back at the apartment. I said I'd be happy to do that. Gonna be on crutches for weeks. Manual labor's off the menu. I don't want you accidentally tripping all over the mess and ending up in traction. So this time, I'll take care of it for you. This time. Next time, I charge money. My rates are entirely unreasonable.
Later.
I'll be there when you get home from this medical prison cell. Toodles. Yay, a visit from my BFF to smooth matters over was certainly a boon to my spirit. Now, if they could only do something about the food in here. With my heart calmed, my body finally tells me it's exhausted. I snuggle into the covers as a yawn escapes me. Just as I'm about to roll over and drift off into sleep, another visitor drops in. Likely well past visiting hours, but with no small amount of both dread and relief. I'm glad to see her. Oh. Miss Cada, a word, if you will. I tried to straighten myself up from my pillow backrest. Time to put on my professional front, even if I'm in excruciating pain. Okay. I should start by explaining that what happened today isn't exactly indicative of... I should hope it was. It's hard to disguise the disbelief on my face. What? It seems I've misjudged your character based on initial unpleasant interaction, but what I saw today, clearly you are no fool nor a coward. I let my need to protect my family override my better judgment. How absurd to paint everything you've built at Arcade Spirits with that brush all over such a small matter. Really need to watch, yeah. I really need to rewatch that first bit to figure out what the blink I did. I'm fairly certain that I wouldn't have done anything unnecessarily, you know, mean. I saw you selflessly throw yourself in front of that bullet. You didn't have to do that. You chose to do that. It's indicative of someone who isn't simply in this for the money, as so many in this industry are. While I'm uncertain why you protected that young criminal, I suppose someone who respects life deeply enough to even protect someone like her is to be respected. Good, I made the right choice then. I suppose I've become a bit jaded from all those eager to cash in on the arcade scene. All the large-scale arcades I have to review tend to be very impersonal and cold. So you were impressed with our arcade? Well, let's not go that far. Can't say I was thrilled with the amount of mayhem and disaster going on even before a gang war broke out. But I will say I've only ever seen that amount of mayhem and disaster once before. It's highly unusual, to say the least. Haha. The last time I reviewed a small up-and-coming arcade similar to yours, everything went wrong. Everything. I wrote my review in an honest fashion, and as a result of my scathing pen, the place was sold and closed down within a month. Sold to a notable figure in this industry. Wait, you don't mean... Yes, Deco Nami. Such is the fate of any arcade which dares stand up to him. Your prior business, the Funplex, only escaped being devoured by being far too small to be worthwhile. Sadly, your enthusiasm may have put it in his crosshairs, and you cannot tidy up your reputation after today's affairs. Arcade Spirits will be next. If he killed Francine, then nothing is going to stop me from crushing him. Again and again torn down by Dekunami. This time he didn't even have to lift a finger. By pure coincidence, the ghost monsters wrecked everything before he could exact any revenge. All he has to do is swoop in and buy out what's left of our dreams. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm reading it in the wrong voice, but never mind. Oh, no. I don't know. No, actually, I think it is the wrong voice. Anyway, again and again, torn down by Dekunami. This time he didn't even have to lift a finger. By pure coincidence, the ghost monsters wrecked everything before he'd exact any revenge. All he has to do is swoop in and buy out what's left of our dreams. However, I've come to a decision. Given I was a first-hand witness to your troubles, which clearly were not your fault, and given your willingness to put even your own life on the line for your arcade, I'm going to tell my editor I need more time, and I want to return in 1 week to get a more accurate and mature overview of your operation. 1 week, that's the best I can offer you. It's a difficult hold to climb out of, Makeda. Even aside from earlier trouble having a gang fight and a shooting transpire at an arcade, well, the press will feed on this. Even if I was the only press present and accounted for, they'll dig and they'll speculate and they'll chew on your bones. If your arcade survives that initial onslaught, I hope to write a proper review which can lay those concerns to rest. But I'll offer you no more second chances, no more reasonable doubts. Best foot forward when I return, or my readers will know the truth. Understood? Understood. Then I'll leave you to your recuperation. I mean, a week is not long considering I'm in hospital. But it's generous considering she's recognized that this is something illegal is going on. With a curt nod, she turns and leaves the room, leaving me with my thoughts. 1 week. Hence kill switch, possibly, for level 8. I've got exactly 1 week to completely rebuild our reputation and clear the good name of Arcade Spirits. Otherwise, it's game over. For all of us. Is this the end? I really can't judge the length of episodes. Oh yeah, that was the end. Okay, so that was a shorter level. Should have taken my break earlier. Now it's unbalanced. Oh. Okay. Well, unless level 8 is an hour, we're finishing early. Okay. We didn't talk so much. Not as many people here today. Didn't have so many extra conversations, I guess, to inflate the length. That's fine. It's okay having a shorter stream. I'm tired. Okay, cleared level 7. A winner is you. I'm proving to be a sweet, gentle, and compassionate soul. I am indeed. Despite some potentially dodgy things. My dad's sending pictures of deer. Which is just odd. Also, I've scored 21,450 points. Woohoo! Now let's have one last pizza fact. 62% of Americans prefer meat toppings on their pizza, whilst 38% prefer vegetarian. Everyone loves different kinds of pizza, and that's a beautiful thing. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to the drumroll, please? The final level. Save the game. Cool. Cool. Okay. I would say, well, if it's only 2 hours, I could finish it today. Except that I need to call my grandpa to organise stuff, so we will return to this after the break. Let's see what we won. Rando concept art. Angry gamer guy. Pixel Blueser owner. Stressed gamer woman. Deco Nami something purple. Teo dancer. Max enforcer. Private collector woman. Yeah, last level. But yeah, so yeah, next week we've got Tuesday stream, Wednesday co-stream, and then no more streams until the week after. The plan for Tuesday is a promo game with a giveaway. Otherwise I would totally finish this off. Or but I'm probably going to be really tired. I was thinking I could do Monday, finish this off tomorrow. Could finish this off later. I could finish this off later today. Do need to call my grandpa and get some food, but we could come back and do... Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. I know Jesse usually streams, but Jesse streams quite a lot, so I think he'd be okay with that. Plus, I'm doing this for me because I'd like to finish this. So, if I come back in like 3 hours, so my usual 8 o'clock stream, I'm going to do the final chapter. Because then we can get it uploaded. Then after the break, we can do... Maybe go straight into TNC. Or have a week of story time with some other visual novels that I have, and then go into TNC for the last weekend of the month. But then at least I get to finish this off today, because it's like I feel like we're so close. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to come back at 8 after I've talked to my grandpa and after I've eaten. And we'll finish off this, and then that concludes Arcade Spirits playthrough. Because otherwise, if I hadn't told my grandpa I was going to ring him after the stream, which was, I said, around 6, though I might ring him earlier, then I would have just continued and done 2 hours. And then that would have been finishing at like 7, which would have been perfect for food. But because I said that I'm calling him to just make final arrangements for my trip, then yeah. So, yes, that's what we'll do. We will have just under 3 hour break, 2 hour, 50-minute break, and then come back and play level 8. Sounds reasonable. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Ow. See what Ima's doing. Ima's playing something. I'm doing surprise me's. Ooh, but Dominique's live with Cyberpunk. And Dominique did raid us the other day. So it does say test B side stream 18 plus Cyberpunk. I don't know if that's like some sort of testy thing. Whether that's just a bizarre title, maybe she's doing some sort of quest. But anyway, let's go give a quick raid to Dominique. As I said, I will be back in just under 3 hours to finish off this, because then also that gives me the what the heck do I do for the rest of the day, because I'll just be thinking about this game and I can't wait 2 weeks to finish this, and also I have no idea what else I want to play. So yeah, so I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK, and yeah, have a great rest of your day if I don't see you later. Otherwise, tune in 2 hours and 48 minutes for level 8.